Good, everybody. What's happening? What is happening? Appreciate everybody pulling up. Got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the Boston Celtics. It's gonna have a heavyweight matchup here in the Eastern Conference. Gonna get this browser correct, but we are here, y'all. Atlanta's taking on Boston. Two of the hottest teams in the East right now. Set to be a good matchup. Set to be a good matchup. There's a lot of sports going on. Got March Madness. Baseball is back. Basketball's here. Are in the full swing of things. So stick with us if we're a little glitchy at the moment. I do not want the Pelicans and Raptors. So as Atlanta, like I said, coming in as one of the hottest teams in the league, winner of their last 14 of 15. Everybody's hooping. Jalen's hooping. Dyson's hooping. All right, there we go. So we seem to be operating a little smoother. Get this browser popped up there. What's happening, everybody? Excuse us as we trying to get this browser fixed. There we go. There we go, y'all. We should be active now. Might take it a second, but we back. So as we get loaded up, Boston, they are winners of their last, I think, 13 of their last 15. So they're 13-2. So Atlanta does have a tough matchup again. They just came off another tough matchup against the Pistons without Cade, but it was still tough. Went to OT on that one. Got not lucky, but y'all know. Jalen Durham missed a tip in, which he probably fouled Jock Landale there, but you know, it happens. All right, there we go. So, like I said, it's gonna be a tough matchup, but no Jalen Brown for the Celtics, but Derek White and Kata are in. So Atlanta has to get to it early, get to it often. So the broadcast is mentioning Atlanta has to set the tone early, which I agree with. Get a lot of defense to offense going. Kind of get the Celtics off their rhythm, and I think the Hawks will be. I think this could be business as usual if the Atlanta plays how they have been playing. Obviously, you don't want Atlanta playing like that second half of the Detroit game. That is definitely not how you want to start this game off. You want to come out like the first half. So we'll see how it goes. So tip off is here, and it goes to Boston. So out there for Atlanta is the typical starters: Dyson, Nikhil, CJ, Jalen, and Onyeka holding down the front court. As Kata gets his first look to go, kind of easy. Not worried about Kata going off. As this is Atlanta's first time playing Jalen, or excuse me, Jason Tatum. As Kata gets a defensive three right away guarding Dyson. So we'll see how Atlanta attacks that. Dyson usually takes advantage of the centers guarding him. As Nikhil is going to the line, gets that first one to go. It's now 1-2. So Dyson usually has good games against Boston. I don't know what it is, but that playing or what is it? Jalen lines up that triple. He gets his first triple to go. It's the in-season tournament. Dyson did ball out last year for Atlanta, playing Boston, no Trey. So we'll see what type of game Dyson has in store for us. As Kata looks to be operating against Onyeka, got a foul on Onyeka. So we'll see. Onyeka fouled out last game. Kind of rare for Onyeka to pick up so many fouls. They were kind of giving him some trouble with guarding Jalen Duran, but see how Onyeka kind of responds as Jason Tatum gets that midi up, gets it to go right over C.J. McCollum. C.J. had a big game last game. Fourth quarter was huge. Jalen almost lines up that triple. He gets the ball back from Dyson. He decides to get to his spot. He rattles that triple to go. It's 7-4. Jalen's finding his spots pretty easily. Boston's not giving him too much resistance either. As Dyson is going to get the Jason Tatum assignment. Jason Tatum can't get that one to go. Jalen picks up that board. He brings it up for Atlanta. Atlanta's up 3, and Jalen is going to operate. He finds Dyson. Dyson spins against Kata. Almost gets that one to go, but just right off the front of the rim. Jalen had an excellent game assisting as well as Jason Tatum responds to Jalen Johnson's threes and gets a three of his own. Let's go, CJ, and one. As CJ McCollum gets the early and one opportunity against Baylor Shireman. Kind of rookie mistake there. I know Baylor Shireman got some years in the league, but he had his hand in the cookie jar, and CJ McCollum made sure to let him know. So it's 10-7. It's 9:50. First quarter just started. A little under 2 minutes we've been played, or over, I should say. As CJ McCollum collects the Derek White miss, gets it to Jalen. Jalen's going to bring it up. Got the mismatch against Derek White. He's going to drive, finds Onyeka. Onyeka drives, finds Jalen. Jalen is feeling it from three, can't get that one to go. His first miss from three. That's an offensive foul. That foul was offensive, Jason Tatum. The ball is going the other way. Yeah, definitely gave Nikhil Alexander Walker an elbow there. Nikhil is the leader in the league of drawing offensive fouls. He does a great job at that. As CJ McCollum finds the range for three. It's 13-7. So Atlanta up 6 points. It's a good start for the Hawks. Defense is playing all right. Definitely taking advantage on offense of no Jalen Brown. Baylor Shireman can't get that one to go, but Atlanta rebounds by committee. Jalen Johnson gets the ball from the kill. He's operating against Baylor Shireman, getting to the spot that he likes to get to. Dumps it off to Onyeka. Onyeka decides to put the spin up. Can't get that one to go. Dyson can't collect that board as Kata brings it down. Onyeka might should have looked to the corner, but whew. Dyson attacks. Drops it off to Jalen. Jalen gets blocked by Kata. Boston's running. Sam Hauser, three no good. Got to keep him off that 3-point line. Oh, Wolf. Oof. Good movement as CJ finds Nikhil. Nikhil sidestep. Admit he cannot go. Neither team is shooting consistently from the field, but you want to see Atlanta take advantage of that. Um, want to see them get easy buckets as a skip pass finds Shireman. Shireman sidesteps. That triple is going to be short. Hawks on a 6-0 run these last 2.5 minutes almost as Nikhil drives that pass. Uh, trying to find Jalen in the corner, but the Celtics are able to deflect that. So Atlanta shooting 4 of 9 from the field so far, almost 50%. Like I said, you want to see them get easy buckets. Don't want to see them settle as much. Kata is affecting the game for the Celtics. When he's out, it'll be interesting to see what Atlanta does as Nikhil gets that three to fall. It's 16-7 as Nikhil has 4 points early on, gets his first 3-pointer to go, and Jalen picks up an assist from that. So 16-7, Atlanta almost up by 11 or 10. I mean, same shit. Double digits. Y'all get what I'm saying. Great start for Atlanta. You can credit it to Atlanta just getting after the boards. If Boston were to get a couple offensive boards, probably be a different game. But Atlanta has switched things around. Um, Started off the season not the greatest rebounding team, but now they seem to have one of the best rebounding teams in the league. I know there's top 5 in rebounding percentages, rebounding numbers, and all that jazz that you want to see them. Um, you want to see them be around. So it's really good to see Atlanta kind of switch the whole like style of play. Um, I don't know what you could credit that to. You could probably credit it to everybody buying in. Probably number one to making that a thing, crashing the boards. But you can credit that to Quinn for lineups. Um, but overall, it's just really been good to see the Hawks lock in on that like aspect of the game and really focus and really outperform other teams. This whole run, they've been out rebounding teams. I think even when they lost to Houston, they might have out rebounded them or at least come close. I know it wasn't a blowout like it's usually been for the Hawks. So good to see Atlanta take care of business in that aspect. Gotta charge my phone before it die. Oh, it's not working. What? My shit about to die. So 16-7 here early on. Let me find the charger for my phone real quick. I low key forgot last game. Onyeka got popped in the face. That was against the Celtics. Um, I forget if we won or lost that game. So Sam Hauser out the timeout gets that one to go. So it's 9-16. Jalen Brown repping the A, of course, on the Celtics bench. Dyson in the corner for three, no good. Short on that one. Look good though. Hopefully Dyson keeps shooting. You need Dyson to shoot the ball, no matter if it goes in or if it does not go in. You just need those shots to go up. That's out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover for Atlanta or for Boston. Atlanta gets the steal. So they poke the ball away from Derek White. It just hits Baylor Shireman. He was out of bounds. So CJ McCollum's going to be the first sub out. K. Vincent is the first sub in. And as well as Nikhil, Jonathan Kaminga is going to be the first sub in for Atlanta. That boy cheesing, boy. Boy is cheesing. All right. That's funny. Everybody's always making the jokes. They never seen Kaminga smile that much, but we back. Yeah, I see a couple of Hawks fans in the Boston Celtics crowd, which is a good sight. As Jalen thought about that three, Dyson's floater doesn't seem like it's connecting too often, too consistently this game. Kata, I swear, as soon as Kata's out, it's probably gonna change. Dyson's probably gonna start going off. As Jason Tatum is having trouble out there being guarded by Jalen Johnson. I'm really glad Jalen Brown's not playing just because, boy, I would be messing these names up like crazy. Yes, sir. So Jalen Johnson doing a great job at finding the foul as Derek White is up in the air. Jalen kind of didn't know what to do with it, but he does just what he needs to do. He draws a foul. Yep, good stuff. As Derek White just with that little bunny hop. Jalen gets that first free throw to drop in, and Kaminga now checks in. He just now checked in. Am I tripping? Has Ricochet been in the whole time? Am I geeking? No, he has not been in the game. Jalen gets that second one to go. All right, so it's 18-9 as Derek White drives. He gets the floater up. Gabe Vincent playing good defense, and Atlanta's out on the break. Jalen with the lay, with the nice Iceman lay right there. Shout out George Gervin, the real Iceman. I don't know who Caleb Williams thinks he is. Derek White with a nice screen against Dyson, but can't really make Atlanta pay for anything. Probably could have been a walk right there. As Luke Garza gets the three up, can't get it to go though. Atlanta, shout out to Dyson, gets the ball to Jalen on the break from on the ground. Oh, Kaminga smoked it. He wasn't quite ready there. It's 20-9. Ugh, 20-9. I don't know why I said it like that. 20-9. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's tough sequence for Atlanta's Peyton Pritchard. Offensive foul. That foul was offensive, Peyton Pritchard. Yeah, you can't challenge that one. Let's go. Let's go, Atlanta. Let's go. Let's go. It's 20-9. We got to keep foot on gas. Cannot let up. Hopefully, Atlanta keeps things rolling. Um, as yeah, Peyton Pritchard gave Vincent that little chicken wing. He's still trying to fight that call. So Atlanta, Jalen takes advantage of the mismatch. It's 21 or 22-9 now. Jalen now has 12 points. He is responsible for half of Atlanta's offense right now. You love to see it. Love to see it. It's Payne Pritchard trying to fight, free himself with some screens. Derek White pulls, cannot get that one to go. Celtics doing a good job trying to poke the ball away when Atlanta rebounds it. Good find. Jalen finds Kaminga in the corner. Kaminga gets it back to Dyson. He didn't have a shot. Okay, Vincent off the screen for three. It's 25-9. The Road Hawks have arrived. It is a ball game. It's a ball game. Let's go. Atlanta getting to work. 25-9 against Boston. Whew. No Jalen Brown, so Atlanta taking advantage there. Jalen going off. He has 12 points. He is carrying the offense right now. Um, tough shooting night for Dyson so far, but he's effective elsewhere. He already has 3 assists. Onyeka has 3 rebounds. He is scoreless as well. Everybody's scoreless except Gabe Vincent and Jalen right now. So if you're not Jalen or Gabe, you are not contributing scoring. Um, I don't know. McCullum has about 6, maybe 8 points. So far, so good. So far, so good. Um, Ricochet's probably going to be the first sub in the second quarter. Um, Honestly, look, man, I'm all right with that. If this is going to be the rotation, I'm fine. If Ricochet is going to be the premier guy in the second quarter instead of Corey Kispert, then I might like that idea more. I know I want Ricochet to play a lot um, or play more than he is showcased. I like to see Ricochet um, maybe have a good game here. So maybe Coach Quinn is saving Ricochet to be that sub that Corey Kispert. Um, Maybe Ricochet's going to fill that slot. Maybe be the third sub off the bench. Since we don't have Landale, Moge might be the third sub. Onyeka might have a heavy game here tonight, depending on if Kata is impactful or not. So we'll see. I think there's gonna be plenty of factors. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing against Corey Kispert, man. I rock with Corey Kispert. He's cool. But over Ricochet, I'm not really rocking with that. I would rather see what Ricochet can develop into, and I think the only way you're gonna be able to do that is have Ricochet out there and trial by fire more so. Just gotta throw Ricochet out there and just let it happen. Let him develop his game, and can't really can't really sweat his mistakes because everybody makes mistakes. So the broadcast, Bob Rathbun and company are mentioning Jalen's season. He is sitting at 43 double doubles. That is third in the league. He's probably gonna have another one here as he already has 12 points. Great stuff, great stuff. As Atlanta's getting back to it, they are up 25-9. I'm so ATL. Look, what's happening? Come from ass cheeks is crazy. Yo, that name is crazy. I rock with it though. I rock with it though, bro. That shit is actually hilarious. I'm so ATL checking in as ATL is up, bro. We up, man. We up. We got away from the ball foul to believe Moge committed it. Like I said, Moge is that third sub. No Landale, so Atlanta is down there center. He has a shoulder impingement, I believe. That's what they called it. So that midi from that's probably a loose ball foul on Luke Garza, just holding Moge. So Gonzalez knocks that triple down. You cannot afford to give up offensive rebounds to Boston. They're gonna shoot that three. I guarantee it. Atlanta cannot afford that. They're doing good right now by kind of containing that. As that's a travel. As Jalen got up in the air and Derek White played good defense, kind of got that shot. Um, got in front of that shot as Zach is inserted into the game. Jalen takes his first break. Yeah, he probably could have got that shot up over Derek White. As Ricochet checks in, it's now Kaminga, Vincent, Alexander Walker, Ricochet, and Moge out there. So, like I said, no five out there for Atlanta. So we'll see how that fares. Celtics going straight to um, the paint for that one for Luke Garza's bucket. As Kaminga finds Moge in the corner, Mo can't get that one to go. As Luke Garza collects that, you got to follow the shot. So Boston's cut this to 11. So Ricochet's got to try to get there, close that drive off, not give that foul up to Derek White. But it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be an interesting night for Atlanta. Atlanta does not have a backup center, so as much as they can probably uh, make an impact, it's Boston's small ball versus Atlanta's small ball. I know Mo Gay is about 6'11", but Luke Garza is a true center. As Derek White can't get that first free throw to go, he leaves one on the rim for Atlanta. As Atlanta is operating pretty nicely in this first quarter. The subs might need some might need some energy, but we'll see. kind of want to see Kaminga have a pretty encouraging game, but like I said, Ricochet and Kaminga play well when they're out on the floor together. So hopefully, defensively they can get some stops and get some steals, and the offense can keep clicking. As Kaminga gets the offensive board, he is really good at that as well. As he gets Boston defense up in the air, no foul call. He does not. He's struggling to have a whistle as Gonzalez tries to bring that across half court, but Gabe stops that. So Mo Gay now on Payne Pritchard. Derek White thought about it. So he gets in the paint, he gets it up, gets it to go, and that's probably going to trigger a timeout for, nope, Boston on the 8-0 run. So I'm glad Quinn is not calling a timeout for this run. Kind of would be a waste. Want to see Atlanta respond. Come on, Ricochet. Ricochet's three, no good. Atlanta can't come up with a board there. Atlanta does really good at offensive rebounding as well. So if they can't get to the boards, that's going to be trouble as well. They do a good job at converting on those second chance points. Payne Pritchard step back, bucket over Ricochet. So first quarter is probably going to be just played out. So let's see if Nikhil can operate. Nikhil finds JK. Boston try to blow it up. Good stuff as JK gets the foul call, much needed. Kaminga knocks down that first one. Needed it. We need it. We need easy ones. As Atlanta's offense kind of went stagnant here in the last couple, 3-4 minutes of the first quarter. Seems like everybody out there is playing a little timid. Don't want to step on nobody's toes. But you need somebody to kind of take control. Make sure everybody knows what's gonna happen on that end of the floor. Recently, that's been the kill. So Payne Pritchard crosses him up, gets that three to go. That's a good shot. So it's 22-27. So this first quarter might end in single digits, might not for Atlanta. Hugo Gonzalez, Hugo Gonzalez, bro, relax. Nikhil buries that bucket at the line for Atlanta for the first one. As Luke Guards have picked up that foul. It's 28-22. Nikhil might have 6 points after this trip. Does just that. There we go. So I like this lineup for Atlanta. That's too easy though. So CJ McCollum in there to try to operate things. He takes Gabe Vincent's place. Atlanta has about 6 seconds between game clock, shot clock. CJ's three, no good. So CJ goes out. Atlanta has a sub offense for defense here in the first quarter. So Atlanta up by 5, ending this first quarter. Payne Pritchard trying to get to it. So it's 29-26. Whew, that first quarter was up and down. So 29-26. I'm gonna use this time, this commercial break, to use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right, we back, we back, we back. So, Corey Kispert in. See how that goes. No Landale tonight, so no three-headed dragon on defense. Mo Gay doing what he does best, swatting that shot. So I missed a couple buckets. Kaminga attacks, finds Mo for the drop off. Mo push shot, no good. Nah. So Celtics down by 6, 28-34. Yeah, that's some bullshit. Literally, last game, Ricochet went up for a dunk, got fouled by Paul Reed, and did not get a two free throws. But now Jason Tatum gets it. Nah, fuck out of here. So we got a challenge here early on. Hawks up by 6. So we'll see. We'll see. Corey Kispert is in. It's CJ Kispert, Kaminga, Mo, and Riche. So sure, Mo is at the 5 technically right now. You could. It doesn't matter who you say is at the 4, really, Kaminga or Riche. I think those two are interchangeable. Probably Kaminga though. But yeah, Atlanta had a pretty good first quarter. I think when the subs started to come in, it kind of dropped off for Atlanta. So we'll see how that is gonna go. But it seems to be like Jalen and Reese are gonna be the kind of in and out the game for each other. We'll see though. It'll be interesting to see who kind of steps up for Atlanta. Nikhil hasn't had the most explosive game so far. It's been Jalen who's been scoring at a high volume for the Hawks. Him and CJ. CJ's shooting good too, 3 or 4. So it might be a classic, a vintage CJ McCollum game. Uh, it's looking good. It's looking good. Atlanta's sitting at the top of their division as well. By 2 games, they have a 2 game lead on pretty much everybody except the Wizards. Wizards are completely out of it. They are almost 24 games behind everybody. So don't have to worry about the Wizards. It's Miami, Charlotte, and Orlando that are kind of battling for that top spot in the Southeast Division. So shout out to the Hawks holding it down. Toronto's probably gonna get an easy dub tonight unless New Orleans decides to prove everybody wrong, I guess. So Cleveland is playing Miami right now. They seem to be handling business. They're up 16 on Miami. Miami seems to be going downhill after that 83-point game. So no free throws for the Celtics, but they still get the foul. Thought Ricochet got bumped by Luke Garza. No foul there. Okay, as Ricochet gets shoved in the back. They've been playing Ricochet. So Atlanta gets the ball back. 10.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. First half hopefully goes Atlanta's way. Hopefully they can build that lead back up. CJ finds Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert from range. Let's go. Buries that triple. All the way from back at the crib in Atlanta. Gets that one to go. Yeah, I'm watching the game. Blessful TV. Yeah, my fault if I didn't see that sooner. But yeah, we watching the game. It's on NBA TV or FanDuel. That's what I watch it on. To pick up the broadcast of Bob Rathbun and Brian Oliver. So that's what we're watching it on. But it is on NBA TV if you do have cable. So Kispert picks up that foul. Boston going to the line. Probably I'm a little behind. Charged up a little bit. So it's 37-30. Atlanta is up 7. Moge is handling the ball for Atlanta. Jonathan Kaminga cannot get a call. He cannot get a call when he drives. Riche doing a good job rotating over. Riche doing a great job at deflecting that little dump off to Peyton Pritchard down there, cutting off that pass from Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum hasn't had the greatest game. He has 5 points, only 4 rebounds. and that's out of bounds as Peyton Pritchard hits the three, but he stepped out before he hit it. So Peyton Pritchard looking at the Boston bench like they could do something. But Cater checking back in for the Celtics. So Atlanta took this game by storm. They ran it off a 25-7 run, but Boston has responded with a 15-7 run of their own. Corey's three, no good. Atlanta really thrives when they can get to their own misses. I know that's pretty simple. As Peyton Pritchard buries that triple. Got a timeout for Atlanta. It's 37-33. So Peyton Pritchard seems to be having a game. He now has 12. Yeah, it's really when Atlanta can't get to their second chance points. That's really when the lead starts dropping off. Atlanta can really start building big leads when they do get to their misses and start just piling the points on. But when that isn't the case, kind of see what happens. Luckily, Boston was off to a slow start to start the game, but they haven't panicked. Um, so Atlanta just has to take advantage of Boston's missed opportunities. That's really what got the Hawks off to a good run, 25-7. But then Boston started to convert more, and then Atlanta started to convert less. Atlanta now shooting 39% from the field, 11 of 28. Not the greatest, but from the three-point line, they are shooting pretty good, 7 of 14. You can credit that to mostly Jalen and C.J. McCollum. Corey Kispert's chipped one in. Moke has hit, I think, one of two. So you want to see Atlanta get to that three-point shot. They are pretty, around league average, around like 30-some percent, 31, 33% on the season. So expect that to drop maybe a little bit, but I do expect Atlanta to make it a point of emphasis to attack the paint. They haven't been able to get too many points in the paint, and that's not where they thrive. But when Atlanta can get both that outside shot and the paint shots to fall, the game just gets really easy for the Hawks. So I think in order for Atlanta to jump back out to that lead, that's exactly what they're gonna need to do. Um, Dyson's floaters haven't been falling too consistently, even though they are putting that center on them. So if that is the case, I do want to see Dyson put up at least three-point shots, at least. Like, let them fly. If they're gonna put that center on you, let them just fly, bruh. So let them fly early and often to try to get as many points as we can in the first half. I don't think it's gonna be an easy game, but if Atlanta does what they need to do, they should be able to handle business. As you got to play a little better defense, not allow Boston to get to their spots, and even when they do, just make it difficult for them. But like to see extended burn for Ricochet as he's still out there for the Hawks. You like to see that as Kuminga hits the bench, as it's CJ, Kispert, Ricochet, Onyeka, and Jalen. Jalen getting to that midi, can't get that to go. Yeah, if that was anybody else, like if that was Atlanta trying to get to that rebound, that would have been called for a foul. As Kader kind of holds Onyeka up there, kind of stops him from getting that board. So Atlanta is back on defense. Atlanta does a good job rotating over, stopping that play for Boston. Rotations for Atlanta have been good. Ricochet almost gets to it. Payne Pritchard gets it's just too easy. When Boston breaks down that that coverage for Atlanta, it's tough. So yeah, Atlanta has to stop giving up easy buckets to Boston. That's really how they're making their way back into the game. Good job by Ricochet finding the corner. Probably one coming in there for Kispert, honestly. Shireman finds the corner. Hauser gets it back to Pritchard. It's a 2 point game as Jalen is guarding Peyton Pritchard. That's great defense by Atlanta. Let's hopefully we get a miss and we get to the rebound. We don't get the miss. It's 37 up. Atlanta and one as Ricochet puts that pass from Jalen Johnson in the bucket right over the Celtics defense. It's 39-37. Much needed bucket for Atlanta as Ricochet finds the room to slip and Jalen finds Ricochet and Ricochet gets that to go. I believe Ricochet gets his first bucket. Let's see if we can put this home at the free throw line. It does just that. It's 40-37. So Nikhil is getting ready to check in. Hopefully he checks in for Corey Kispert as Dyson's in there. It's Payne Pritchard's three. Oh my God. Just hits the bottom of the net. He's not going to stay that high. So Atlanta has to just keep at it. Keep at it. Jalen tries to get it up, cannot get the call nor the shot to fall. So it's a tie game. See if Atlanta can get a stop here. That's a travel. Thank you. It's too many steps. It's too many steps, Derek White. Try to go around the world. Try to pack his bags and all that. So turnover for Boston as Atlanta gets a sub in. Nikhil's going to check in. Don't know if I like that one. As Ricochet. Checks out. Good stint from Ricochet. Nikhil can't get the magic to fall. It's too easy. That's too easy. As Dyson probably got away with one right there. As Onyeka lines one up, three's no good. Rebounding for Atlanta has not gone their way as Baylor Shireman brings it out. Sam Hauser gets it to go. So Boston going on one of their streaks, one of their runs. The three ball is falling. Just want to see Atlanta get a good shot, whether it's a three or a two. Just want to see them get a good shot. Jalen Johnson getting to that mid range, finding his spot. He has 14 points. It's 42-43. You just gotta stop Payne Pritchard from getting to his spots, man. As Baylor Shireman, yeah, they are going off, man. When Boston gets hot from three, they get hot from three. Point blank, period. Onyeka gets a shot up, can't get it to fall, but he gets fouled on that opportunity. So Boston shooting 4-4 from three this quarter. It's not going to be the case for the whole game. It's not going to be the case. So Atlanta just has to stick in the game, even though Boston's going on a run. So it's 42-46. So Onyeka's going to the line to see if he can get some points back for the Hawks. As that one is in and out, he cannot get that one to fall. His first free throw is no good. As CJ McCollum checks back in, probably for Corey Kispert. So starters are checking back in for the Hawks. Down by 4. It's 5:09. Corey Kispert hits the bench. So offense has not been cohesive. Boston probably is a little bit responsible for that. And you got to take into account that Boston is kind of going crazy from three right now. So they are shooting perfect for the quarter. Hopefully that won't stand. Atlanta just has to take advantage by collecting Boston's miss and then just getting out in transition. So it's gonna be no good from Jason Tatum as Onyeka collects the board. Jalen brings it up. He has CJ. CJ is operating. He finds Onyeka. Onyeka for three. So Onyeka puts Atlanta back on track. He's now one of two from three with 4 points. Atlanta's starting to come back around from three. They are 3 of 7. Sam Hauser, that foul was offensive. You are moving. You cannot move while you try to set a screen, brother. You can't do that. 4.5 minutes to go here in this second quarter. As CJ checks in, makes an impact immediately, finds Onyeka posted up on the wing, gets that one to go, and Onyeka having a good game. Just want to see him get some boards. So Celtics going small. We'll see if Atlanta can make them pay. As Jalen Johnson 4-3. He's putting the league on notice, y'all. He is putting the league on notice as he has 17 points. It's 49-46, and this is exactly what you want to see from Boston. No way. So Nikhil picks up a foul. Don't really know if I believe it, but hey. What's happening, Dave? What's happening? So Derek White gets that turnaround jumper to go. It's 48-49. See what Atlanta has to offer. As Jalen's attacking against Shireman. He finds Dyson. Dyson with the reverse. He gets it to go. Dave, we just watching the Celtics and Hawks game as Dyson gets his first two. Watching the watching to see if Atlanta can pull off another one against the top Eastern Conference team. A little dump off there for Boston. Miscommunication on Atlanta's part. So Jordan Walsh gets that little easy bucket to go. Jalen drives. He gets it to Dyson. Dyson drives now. He gets it to Nikhil. Nikhil's operating. Step back for Nikhil. Money. Money. Man, I think Atlanta can do it. I think Atlanta can do it. It's 54-50 right now. If they jumped out to a good lead um, in the first quarter, so they show that they are capable of doing it. They just gotta get to Boston's misses, and they're doing just that right now. It's 54-50. Dyson's on the break for the Hawks. Gets it to Jalen. Jalen finds Nikhil for the easy bucket. They did it last time. You're right. They did pull off the dub against the Pistons. They did surprise everybody. As Jason Tatum drives against Onyeka. So Onyeka's going to get that call. Jalen going off. He has 17 points in his first half. Excellent first half from Jalen. We'll be interested to see CJ playing a little defense there. CJ McCollum having a good game as well. But yeah, Boston without Jalen Brown. So if they had Jalen Brown, might be a different story, but maybe not. Baylor Shireman kind of loses possession. Atlanta doing a good job at rotating over. Derek White getting in the paint. Dyson Daniels just swats that. Does a good job staying grounded. Derek White gets it up. Cannot get it to hit rim. Great defense by Atlanta. They are now on a 7-2 run in the last minute 34. Great stuff. Great defense by the Hawks. Um, Atlanta has been giving up a lot of easy buckets at the rim. Yeah, man. Tatum has been cooking. Or has not been cooking, I should say. Hasn't been able to get his easy shots against the Hawks. So you like to see that. No, Jalen Brown probably makes it a lot harder on him. Jalen spin, no good. And Jason Tatum looking belabored out there, honestly. As Jordan Walsh gets the shot up, gets it to go, bro. Everybody's hot over there. Everybody got the hot hand. It's 53-56. It's a foul. About 30 feet away from the basket. No foul call is crazy. Good way to slide your feet by Nikhil. But oof, ball's going everywhere. But eventually finds CJ McCollum and CJ puts it in the bucket. 58-53. 10 points from CJ. Pritchard. It's too easy. Don't really know what scheme Atlanta's running on defense, but whatever it is, it's too many easy buckets. So a turnover for Dyson, unfortunately, just a little too eager to get the ball to Jalen. So 58-55, 45 seconds in this second quarter. See what Boston can do. Can they give the ball back to the Hawks? And Jason Tatum's three does just that. And Atlanta takes control. Don't think Atlanta's going to shoot for that 2-for-1. As Nikhil brings it up, it's 28 seconds. About 10 seconds between game clock, shot clock. Probably going to go play between Jalen and Nikhil. Yep, foul by Baylor Shireman. Baylor Shireman looks like a country Cooper flag. Yeah. Sometimes the basketball gods bless you, and Atlanta got blessed there as Jalen Duran missed that last second attempt, but he did get away with a probably a foul, trying to get to the rebound. So we'll take it. A win is a win. So Moge checking in for Atlanta, probably a little bit defense for offense, as it's the last 18 seconds. I'm sure Boston's gonna try to get that last shot as Jalen and Peyton Pritchard are kind of dueling it out right now. Jalen is currently at 18 points before this last free throw gets that 19th point. They're both tied at 19 now. But Jalen's 6 of 11 from the field. Peyton Pritchard shooting a little better, 8 for 11 so far. Just has more threes. Jalen now is 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Good defense by Atlanta as Moge almost gets to that. Good block, Jalen. That shit out of here. Who you thought this was, big dog? What you thought, bruh? That's big time. That's big time. No, no, no. No, no, no. What you thought, bruh? That shit out of here, weak ass nigga. He probably said something like that. That was a perfect block. That shit out of here. That's too easy. We going to halftime. We going to halftime. Yeah, the longest 10 seconds in my life, for sure. But Atlanta going up by 5 here at the half is a good sign. They dropped 31 in that second quarter. They kept Boston from dropping 30 in that second quarter, even though Boston got off to a hot start. It is so far so good for Atlanta. They are sitting at 60 points. That first quarter kind of dropped off for the Hawks for sure. Midway through, Boston kind of woke up, but Atlanta handling business thanks to Jalen Johnson's 19 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Nikhil has 11, CJ has 10, Mo has 3, Dyson has 2, he has 4 assists as well, 2 rebounds. Great stuff. But overall, second quarter kind of was 50-50. Boston did a good job there, trying to fight back. They did just that. Atlanta jumped out to a 17-point lead. Yeah, timeouts are tough, especially that last couple minutes when teams are trying to strategize and all that stuff. So it is kind of tough to watch. I will say, it would be a better experience if there weren't so many commercials as a viewer. If there weren't as many commercials, um, games would be so much smoother. They honestly almost fly by. If there was a way to show the broadcast of the arena at the same time as the advertisement and not have the ad be the main focus, I'm telling you, that increases the experience times 10. It is so much better to not watch all these commercials packed into a 2 hour game. Um, the rules for timeouts, I believe everybody gets six, and they're split. Um, I could be wrong on the amount. Everybody gets a certain amount of timeouts. They have to use a certain amount of timeouts, or they just lose them. So you use them or lose them. Nah, basketball is for the people. For sure, it definitely is for the people. For sure, for sure. Yeah, basketball is definitely not quite like golf. Not really a country club sport. Um, don't really got to travel. I know AAU is pretty popular. Don't really gotta don't really have to do that. Obviously, if you want exposure, I'm sure there's easier ways to go about it. But yeah, man, there's basketball courts everywhere. Uh, don't really gotta invest too much to hoop. Just gotta get you a ball, find a court, get you some nice shoes. That'll last. But yeah, they make it seem fancy and expensive on the NBA level because they kind of have to. Um, Advertisements, TV deals have given them money, so they gotta abide by those rules. Show, uh, yeah, the NBA. The NBA is unfortunately it has almost priced out the average and casual fan. You aren't lying. Um, they do kind of tax for seats nowadays, so it's not usually the typical the usual fans that you're seeing. You're used to seeing at the NBA. It is really not a lot of, and that's kind of what sucks. It's not a lot of like team spirit in the arena. I think everybody who goes there is trying to, you know, stunt. Not just Atlanta, everywhere. It's everywhere. Trust me. Tickets are so high you can't really just be like, man, what a deal. I'm having fun. It's like, god damn, if this game isn't a thriller, I wasted money. That's how everybody's looking at it. Yeah, the ads on the court just dull the game down. So, Adam Silver, you got to get on your shit, bro. This is not the league David Stern imagined. Um, Come on, bro. Yeah, every sports became just one advertisement. So I still have faith we can get back to a point. I really don't think we've turned the clock that far. So I think we can get these advertisements under control. We just gotta not look at it as like how much money can we make off of this. Because honestly, at the end of the day, money's cool, but I think the experience is what really makes the league. Like, it's the money does not make the league; it's the experience, and the experience has it's kind of going downhill, but they're still making money. So it's like, all right, there has to be a give and take. Y'all can make money, but at the same time, it's like let the fan experience the game. But I'm done with that rant. We got halftime. Halftime is 5 point game, 60-55. Jalen is going off. He has 19 points. But yeah, you all right, Dave. Every sport has just become an advertisement. Like in the NBA, yeah, the rules for that are a little different. Contracts and stuff. It's all weird. I honestly don't even fully understand contracts. Sometimes I have to find an expert video to to kind of break down the deals and what can happen, what could happen, what they have to do. So I'm not really privy to all the details about contracts and stuff. Even with like certain trades have to be negotiated, how certain trades need to be negotiated, and what has to happen to make those trades happen. So yeah, I'm with you. I understand, a little bit, but I'm not really too knowledgeable about you know, the minuscule, the stuff in the minuscule writing. So maybe we can learn that together, bro. Maybe we can, sharpen up our knowledge on the business side of sports. Even though I think that I don't know, maybe we just focus on the game. But we got halftime here. I got to get me another water. Use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Talk about that first half and kind of look forward to that second half. So give me 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break, but we'll be right back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Might need to refresh that browser scene, but we good. So Atlanta up by 5. Halftime about to be over with. Jalen's hooping. Hopefully that continues. It's not just the first half thing. But Atlanta trending in the right directions. Rebounding though kind of got out of control. Boston is leading that category by, I believe 7. So Atlanta has to hold on. Can't allow Boston those second chance opportunities. Boston has been turning the ball over. They've turned the ball over 8 times. They haven't all been live ball steals, but Atlanta playing pretty well on defense. But they cannot let Boston get to those second chance opportunities. Like I said, that is what is keeping them in the game. So if Atlanta can lock in on rebounding the ball on the defensive end, then it should go Atlanta's way as Cleveland's handling business against Miami. Kind of go through the stats real quick. Um, yeah, Dyson hasn't recorded a steal quite yet. He has a block. Jalen has that big block right before half, which is really impactful. So second half about to get underway. It's been a quiet game from Onyeka. Him and Dyson are the only two not in double digits from the starters. So hopefully those two can turn it around, and that'll change things for the Hawks. So Atlanta operating. Atlanta did lose assistant coach Ronald Norad to Butler. He did get the head coaching job over there with Butler. So congratulations to assistant coach Ronald Norad. Kind of stepping up, accepting the Butler head coaching job. So best of luck to him. Kind of it's tough for Atlanta to lose another voice on the bench when Atlanta kind of starts grooving. CJ getting that shot. Atlanta was kind of wondering what was going to happen on that. Good stuff. 62-55. As this game is back underway. This is going to be an and one opportunity as Jason Tatum gets that pass from Kata and gets it to go. CJ McCollum can't. Yeah, Atlanta's switching a lot, and that's really they're switching and they're trying to cut that three off, and that's kind of what is allowing Boston to get these easy looks at the rim. Atlanta's kind of spaced out on defense, which is exactly what Boston wants. So Jason Tatum, first game against the Hawks, he now has 8 points. CJ trying to get to it, gets it to Jalen. Jalen is operating. They call that a travel. So a turnover there for Atlanta. Atlanta can't afford too many of those. They're sitting at 3. Boston is too good of a team to just let freebies go. Got to convert on possessions as Jason Tatum gets that midi to go. He looks like he's kind of in rhythm. an offensive foul. So Atlanta has yet to get a opportunity after their first bucket. So hopefully this is Atlanta's slow start. They can turn it around on defense. Boston doing a good job at freeing up Jason Tatum, getting him away from Dyson. Dyson does a great job of just ripping it away from Jason Tatum. Jalen running a break, Nikhil finishing it off for the Hawks. Defense to offense, just like that, 64-60. Great stuff as Dyson doing what he does best, and that's blowing the play up. Great barrier thief getting back to it. Sam Hauser gets it to Derek White. Derek White's midi no good. Jalen brings the ball down for that rebound. He brings it up for the Hawks, gives it to Onyeka. Onyeka thought about that three. He gives it to Nikhil. Nikhil operating against Hauser. He gets to the midi. He is looking for somebody. He gets to the Dyson. Dyson attacking. Does just that. Great job at collecting that ball and putting it up in when Cater was out of position. So 4 points for Dyson. 66-60. Good defense. Good rotations. If Boston turns Cater into a 3-point shooter, Dyson got caught on that pump fake from Tatum. So Dyson picks up that foul. Like I said, doing what he does best, just ripped it on that previous possession from Jason Tatum. Sam Hauser tries to get it up from three. He gets it up, can't get it to go. But Boston there to rebound it. Derek White gets it up, can't get that to go. Dyson does a good job at corralling that, does a great job. Much needed. Onyeka attacks, can't get that one to go. Thought that might have maybe gone off Cater's fingertips, but no, it's no good. So Nikhil pokes it away from Derek White, can't get the turnover, but stops the process. So Atlanta shooting 3 or 4 this quarter from the field. Boston shooting 2 or 6, so they're getting them up. Just got to keep Boston off the offensive glass. That's really it. So Katie gets the inbound and gets it right back to JT. JT gets the 3 up, and Onyeka is trying to fight for it. He does just that, and Nikhil winds up with the ball. He drives. That left hand lay is good. Nikhil is phenomenal finishing at the rim against the big. As Nikhil's trying to talk to the ref. Great stuff, though. Nikhil brings it up. Just keeps pressure on the Celtics defense and finishes at the rim with that left hand. Nikhil has been so great. So great, man, as Nikhil gets that one to go. The Chattanooga legend. He's not from Chattanooga, but he hooped here, so we can claim Nikhil for a little bit. Chattanooga hoop legend Nikhil gets that bucket to go. I believe he has like 13 points. 15 points, excuse me. Nikhil now has 15. He's 5 of 7 from the field. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. I want to see Dyson kind of take over, whether that be on defense and then finishing at the rim or just knock down a couple threes. Excuse me. So, yeah, good start to the second half. Not a great start, but pretty good. Boston isn't firing those threes at the normal rate that they are. Seems like when Peyton Pritchard is in, they really, really, really get to their bread and butter, and that's just chucking threes. Um, they're really good shooters though, so you live by the three, you die by the three. So if it's falling, then it's gonna be uh, a slugfest. I think If it's not falling, I think Atlanta has the opportunity to jump out to a lead and maybe stay there. So we'll see what the basketball guys have in store for us. But it's 68 to 60 right now. Atlanta is trying to lock back in. Was a little choppy start there to the second half. Couple turnovers due to just miscommunications and then committing fouls. So we'll see how it goes. But Atlanta doing good. They started this second half with a 5 point lead. Now they have an 8 point lead. So they've expanded the lead. Doing all right so far. Can't be mad at it. But Atlanta's being led by Jalen Johnson, which business as usual. He has 19 points. Not the usual, full stat game at the moment. He has 5 assists, only 2 rebounds. He is one of the better rebounding forwards in the league. You got to give credit to Onyeka Okongwu, who does do a good job at boxing out the opponent's big man, allowing other people like Dyson and Jalen to get those boards. Jalen's averaging almost career numbers in that category. Dyson's averaging career numbers in that category. Good swipe down by CJ, but that don't matter as Sam Hauser comes off that screen and just knocks down that triple. So Boston does have shooters. Atlanta does have to worry about. Jalen lines up that triple as short as Dyson is unable to get to those offensive boards as Kata is checked in for the Celtics, or he stays in. That three ball falling. So we're gonna see if that lasts all game. Peyton Pritchard is 4 of 4 from three. So it's 68 to 66. Let's see if Atlanta can get that three ball falling for them as well. As Jalen tries, he's long. Celtics get to that board. It's a 2 point game. That three is falling for the Celtics. Cannot let them catch that rhythm though. As Peyton Pritchard just lets it go. It's timeout for Atlanta. Peyton Pritchard checks right back in, and he gets the lead instantly. That is crazy. 5 threes for Peyton Pritchard, and it is a 1 point game. Peyton Pritchard has 25 points, back-to-back triples. He had 19 to start that second half off. Now it's 25. So we'll see what Atlanta has to respond, but that's troubling. As Peyton Pritchard might be the savior for Boston. It's going to be an interesting game, folks. It's going to be an interesting game, especially if Boston keeps hitting at that rate. If Peyton Pritchard does not miss a three, it's going to be tough. So, like I said, Peyton Pritchard has 25 points, a game high. Atlanta cannot afford to give up empty possessions on offense and then just let Boston shoot the way they're shooting. Really, Peyton Pritchard. But he's shooting like 28, 30 footers. So, honestly, Atlanta will live with that. He's not gonna make that all game. If he does, salute to him, but he's got to tip your cap. But if Boston's relying on Peyton Pritchard 30 footers, then I think Atlanta's in a good spot. So he's gonna miss a couple of those eventually. We just gotta keep our fingers crossed. But god damn, Peyton Pritchard is going off right now. Atlanta has to do something about that. Dyson can't guard everybody. As Jason Tatum not having the greatest game, he is 4 of 14 from the field, 10 points from JT. So if Atlanta can somehow solve Peyton Pritchard, then it should be smooth sailing. See if Dyson can, or is this gonna have to be a Nikhil game on defense? Honestly, Nikhil, Ricochet maybe has to step up on defense. He has been pretty good defensively recently on his run. So we'll see if Quinn elects to go with more of a defensive-minded lineup when Peyton Pritchard is in the game, because it is getting kind of spooky shooting-wise. We'll see how Atlanta responds, but I don't think Peyton Pritchard is going to keep hitting at this level, bro. Them threes, you all right, Dave? Those threes. He got 25 of them things. He's not perfect from the three. Like I said, it's not gonna last, man. If it does, then you just gotta tip your cap. So action about to resume. 7:20. Atlanta has to convert their offensive possessions if Boston's gonna shoot at this rate. You know, kind of like Brian Oliver just says, you cannot relax against a team that can shoot this well. The kills midi cannot go. JT gets that board. Dyson still on Jason Tatum. CJ. A foul is crazy. So Dyson picks up a foul against Kata. Dyson does a good job not fouling. Um, Picks up his. Oh, that's his first one. I thought it was gonna be his second one. So like I said, Dyson does a good job not fouling. He only averages about 2 fouls a game. Derek White thought about that triple, but he's not feeling that the range. So Kata picks up his second three in the key. So action about to resume. So if Atlanta can keep Boston off of that three ball, then they should be all right. CJ can't get that one to go. And then his offense kind of going stale. 9-0 run for Boston. It's Payne Pritchard attacks. Nikhil Alexander Walker just strips it right away from him. Nikhil operating. Gets it to Onyeka. Onyeka gets it to Dyson. Dyson gets it 2 feet in the paint. Gets it to CJ. CJ finds a screen. He's operating at his spots. He gets the runner up. Dyson gets the board. He gets it to go. That's his bread and butter right there. As Dyson collects the offensive rebound over Kata for, I think that's his first offensive board. So it is 69-72 rotation. Left Peyton Pritchard wide open. 72-70. Atlanta cannot afford that. 6 of 6 from three. He about to set a record. Last time it was Sam Hauser. Now it might be what you call it? CJ's three no good. That it goes to Boston after a long rebound. Turnover. That's exactly what the Hawks need. So a 12-2 run for Boston. It is a game of runs. It's a game of runs now. It is a game of runs. We'll see how it goes. CJ checks out for the Hawks. Another close game, Davius. Another close game. We'll see how it goes. Atlanta has some thrillers. Everybody's kind of getting up to play the Hawks now. As Jalen is operating the offense against Kata, gets it over to Dyson. Dyson's now attacking. He gets it to Jalen. Jalen has 5 seconds to operate. Can't get that to go. Sits on the rim. That's going to be Boston basketball. So Jalen can't quite get that one to go. It's 4:56 left. Kuminga checks back in the game for the Hawks. Probably could have got a foul there on Kata. So Boston only up by 2 with his Peyton Pritchard game. So if they can contain Peyton Pritchard, this should be a good game for the Hawks. Peyton Pritchard gets that 3 up, gets his first miss, but Boston gets to the board. That ball stays live. Still a live ball, 9 seconds to shoot. Derek White gets the floater to go and one opportunity. That's some bullshit. So Derek White is 3 of 10. Boston is getting unusual contributors. I guess not. That should have been out of bounds. So Derek White gets a shot over Gabe Vincent, gets it to go. He's at the line. The kill checks back in. So Luke guards are checking in for Kada. See if Atlanta can make an impact and get a run on their own. It's a game of runs. It is a game of runs. So if Atlanta can keep close, then I think they should have no problem. As Derek White gets the free throw up, gets it to go. 75 to 70, 15 to 2 run. Like I said, it's a game of runs. Atlanta can't fall behind too much, but if they can contain this one, it should be easy. As Jalen, too easy as he beats Luke Garza back. It's 72-75. Luke Garza for three, and that's a bucket. 78-72. Atlanta down by 6. Not too much to worry about. Just got to contain it. Kaminga gets the ball from Jalen. Jalen crashing the boards against Derek White. He picks up a foul. 3:42 in this third quarter. It's going to be side out for Atlanta. 6-point game, 78-72. So, yeah, Atlanta just has to contain Boston's shooters and then get the board on the miss. That's it. It's pretty simple. I know it sounds a lot simpler than than what it is. Boston does have a pretty complex system. As Nikhil cannot get that one to fall and need that one. Cannot afford empty possessions against a team that's like Boston when they can score outrageously in spurts. Miss for Peyton Pritchard just falls right into Jordan Walsh's lap, and another offensive rebound for Jordan Walsh. Atlanta cannot afford that. Peyton Pritchard just trapped in the corner, and Jalen just takes the ball away. Thank you, Kaminga. Rises up. That's great stuff. Trapped him in the corner, got the steal. So we need Kaminga to knock these down as Reese J checks back in for misses the first one. Reese J checks in for Jalen. Atlanta just has to lock in on defense, man. That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do, and then the rest will follow. Honestly, they'll get points in transition. The game will be a lot easier if they can get to that miss, that first initial miss. They have to get to that board. They need to collect that, and if they do that, I think things will change for the Hawks. I think things should change. 73-78, Moge in at the center spot as Derek White gets the three up. Cannot get it to go. That's going to be Celtics basketball still. Oh, man. They have to collect the board, man. That is killing the Hawks. It's killing Atlanta. And I praised them kind of at the top of the stream, just stating how well they've done on the board. This game isn't the greatest example of that. Atlanta got to stop worrying about these calls. They're not getting them. So 2 shots for Boston. Kaminga kept that hand up, probably wouldn't have been called for a foul. So 2 free throws for Derek White. Like I said, Atlanta just has to get on top of things, really. So 2:42 left in this third quarter. A nice run for Boston has them sitting ahead by 6 at the moment. Derek White's going to the line for that second shot. So we'll see, man. Atlanta just has to play a lot better, honestly. Yeah, they just have to play a lot better, point blank, period. So got a delay game warning. Atlanta needs a bucket, man. They need a bucket. This third quarter's been all Celtics at that halfway mark. So Kaminga drives, finds Ricochet in the corner. Much needed three. This Ricochet been somewhat of a bright spot as Kaminga finds Ricochet in the corner and cuts it to a 4 point lead. Atlanta needed that desperately. They are 1 of 6 from three this quarter. Meanwhile, Boston is a total of 5 of 12. They just have to get to the board, which Mo Gay I think is going to be really impactful here. Switches on to Payne Pritchard, gets the steal. Ooh, good stuff as Nikhil is going to pick up the foul as Derek White just tries to block that lay. But like I said, Mo Gay needed Mo Gay in as he pokes the ball away from Payne Pritchard. Mo Gay, that's his patent move right there. It's, it's a little undersold on how good Mo is on defense. So defense to offense as Atlanta is trying to chip back into this little lead that Boston has gotten out to on this little run. So if they can contain the shooters, I know I'm a broken record. If they can contain the shooters, boy, it's a different game. Contain the shooters, and then when they shoot and miss, just grab the board. It's no problem. It's that simple. As Nikhil knocked down those free throws, it's now a 2 point game, 78-80. As Nikhil says, just calm, man. Everybody calm down. It's a 2 point game, 80 to 78 for Atlanta. Kaminga's guarding Jason Tatum now. And Kaminga gets the miss, but uh, Payton Pritchard is there to get that putback right up. It's Ricochet's three, no good. Kaminga's there, can't quite get the rebound. They're fighting for it still. Jason Tatum pushes him. Are you shitting me right now? Jason Tatum clean pushes Gabe Vincent, and it's gonna be just a regular out of bounds. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what Kaminga has to offer against JT. It's usually been Dyson's assignment. Bro, Boston is just getting the whistle at this point. Like, what are we doing, bro? If it's gonna be a if you're not gonna allow it to be a physical game, then it can't be a physical game on the other end. Like point blank, period. Tony Brothers just tried to show everybody up. He needs to get his ass out of here, man. Get your old ass on somewhere, bro. Payne Pritchard knocks down that free throw. Like, what are we doing, bro? Why are you side eyeing Quinn Snyder? Like, you're trying to like show him up. Like, yeah, say something. Like, fuck out of here. So it's 84-78. Atlanta back down by 6. Kaminga operating gets it to Moge. Ooh, that was a good move by Nikhil. Good job by Zach for fighting for that offensive board too. Is much needed for the Hawks as Nikhil's going to the line, 78-84. Atlanta finally gets a whistle. Nikhil knocks down that free throw. Been a bright spot for Atlanta at the free throw line, 79-84. It's a 5 point game, 44 seconds to go. If Atlanta can get a whistle, god damn. Nikhil short on that free throw. So Tatum gets away with another push. Shout out to Bob Rathbun. He is out here jinxing the shooters, but boy, Celtics just seem to be able to play a whole nother brand of basketball with physicality. It's not the same. So we'll see if Atlanta can adjust to that adversity. It's kind of ridiculous. Jason Tatum literally just pushed off on Ricochet, and then Ricochet tries to body Jason Tatum up and gets hit with a blocking foul. Does not make a lot of sense. So 79-85, Atlanta's back down by 6. McCollum is back in for the Hawks. See if this offense is a little smoother. Seems to be when Kaminga's in it, things kind of get lost in the sauce. And CJ McCollum sidestep triple good, 82-85. Maybe some McCollum magic can save Atlanta in their third quarter as Peyton Pritchard gets the ball and brings it up. Atlanta's now 2 of 9 after a CJ McCollum 3. As Kaminga is out there with McCollum, Ricochet, Nikhil, and Onyeka. So this should be a good lineup for Kaminga. He just has to focus on Tatum. Good stuff, Kaminga. Tatum just hits a shot. Great defense, better offense. 4 seconds to see if Nikhil can get something to go. He should have went up for that shot, low key. So 5 points, not bad, not bad at all. Not bad at all. 5 points could be a whole lot worse. We not worried about it. Payne Pritchard cools off, thank God. He still has 31, 32, I think. Fourth quarter about to start. Give me 1 second. I gotta relieve some stress. Give me 1 second. Well. 7 points now. And now a block. We getting right back to the action. Golly. Jason Tatum, no good on that three. It's gonna be out of bounds on Boston. So game still might stress me out. Goddamn. It's 82-89. Atlanta has to get something to go here. Can't afford too many empty possessions, especially in the fourth quarter. Onyeka in and out. It's been one of those games. See if Atlanta can get some defense going. Kaminga's in right now for Jalen. Kaminga and Ricochet. So Tatum's shot in and out, Rose in and out. Atlanta has to convert. They have to get some offense. CJ's three, no good. Uh, it's not gonna cut it. So it's 91-82. Atlanta has to get something, bro. Nikhil finding a cutting CJ McCollum 4-2. It's 84-91. It's too easy as Atlanta calls a timeout. 84-93. Jock Landale might be more important to Atlanta than everybody, than anybody at the moment. A backup center really changes the game for the Hawks. So Atlanta is struggling right now as Landale usually giving Atlanta another look, rebounding wise. They give Atlanta another rebounder. Right now, it's not going so swell. Boston's out rebounding the Hawks, and it's showing in the score portion of the game. Boston has a total of 40 rebounds compared to Atlanta's 23. So, but Atlanta is getting active on defense though. Boston has 14 turnovers. They are still up by 9. So if Atlanta can hit a couple shots, keep Boston off the offensive glass, then this should go um, get back to a close game. It's a 9-point game. Anything is possible. Got 9 minutes to go in here this fourth quarter. Not too much to worry about. Don't got to hit the panic button quite yet. Atlanta's still operating. Looks like Jalen's going to be checking back in the game as well after the dead ball. But we'll see how it goes. Atlanta's struggling this fourth quarter. The second half has not been favorable to Atlanta. Um, First half was Atlanta, but shots not falling when you needed to. Onyeka isn't getting his runners to go. We'll see if Dyson is checks back in too. But really hasn't been a great game for anybody that isn't named Nikhil or Jalen. CJ has not a great game, but he's had a good game. 17 points. Last couple shots have not fallen for CJ, so CJ's magic is kind of not consistent this game. That's what I'll say. Not consistent, but we'll see. See if Atlanta has anything to say about this lead or this run Boston's on. Um, Cut it to 5, but Boston is up by 4 in this fourth quarter. It's 2-6. So Atlanta calls a timeout. They're highlighting Atlanta's only bucket in the fourth quarter. It was a good one. The game is going all right. It's going all right. It's a 9-point game, Boston's favor. It's been back and forth, so it might be a close one here if Atlanta can turn things around. Offense has gone a little slow for the Hawks, but hopefully the Hawks can turn it around. Have some of that magic they've had over this little run. So Jalen checks back in for the Hawks. Same with Dyson. Okay, that's what's up. Duke won. They look like they had a close game on their hands with St. John's. Last I checked, St. John's was up, but that was in the first half. I'm glad they got the dub. Shout out to Cam Boozer. So Kaminga's still in. He rises up for 3. That is off. Have really no other option to shoot that. Tatum gets that skip pass. He's operating against Dyson. He gets it down to Kata, and Kata throws it down pretty easily. Now an 11-point game. Dyson's floater is halfway down and then just rattles out. It's just been how it's going. Hopefully Atlanta can turn it around though. I really like I really like the direction the Hawks are going. We'll see what the future holds with like Kaminga and players like that, but I really like the core Atlanta's built with Dyson, Jalen, Nikhil, Onyeka, Zach. I really like that the core. McCollum is fit nicely. He should be a filler as Kaminga gets the three up. Can't get that to go. Right now they're not playing up to the standard they've kind of set for themselves. Hasn't been the greatest game offensively. Defensively either has been a subpar game, I think, to than what we're a little used to as Peyton Pritchard. Thank God cannot get that one to go. Yeka's there. Gets the and one to go. Yeah, we V is with Portland. I don't know if that's who you was talking about, but you meant Dame. As Jalen finds Onyeka on the break, Onyeka does a good job at Moss and Payne Pritchard, and then putting it home as Atlanta needs something to go. Oh yeah, McCollum. Yeah. Nah, you good. You good. I kind of understood what you meant. Yeah, McCollum's fitting nicely. It would be nice to see a reunion of those two in Portland. I don't think they left on bad terms. So it's a 9 point game for the Hawks. Let's see. Atlanta just needs to string together some stops as Dyson's guarding Jason Tatum. Tatum finally gets a roll to go. He finally gets it to go, and Atlanta calls a timeout. It's an 11-point game. Yeah, you good. You good, my boy. I understood. I understood. But this game, it's been pretty much all Boston here in the second half. As Atlanta can't really get anything to go their way. Shots just aren't falling for the Hawks. Boston's now getting the rolls that they need. But it's a game of runs, man. It is a game of runs. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Um, yeah, man. Boston is going small. They really only have um, Kata, who's down there holding it down at that center position. I know they have Luke Garza, but he really is like a 5 out center. He is more so on the perimeter. He's not too much of an interior force for Boston, so he can really shoot the three ball. Um, Kata hasn't really developed that three yet. I'm not sure if he has or not, but he hasn't seemed to be consistent. He hasn't shot any threes tonight, so. But Atlanta, like I said, just not hitting the shots they need to hit. Like I said, they started the game off pretty hot, 50% from three in that first half, kind of throughout the first half. But now back to reality, shooting 38% from three. That's not really a big issue. It's the twos. They are missing a lot of twos. They are 12 of 32 from three. So 32 of their shots have been threes, meaning almost 40 of their twos have gone up, and they are only at 29 makes. So like 29 of 39 or something like that, or something like that. I don't know. No, my math is off, but the shots Atlanta needs to hit to make this a close game, they're just not hitting. Onyeka hasn't been able to hit his floaters. Dyson is not hitting his floaters. So Kata is impacting the game too. Atlanta usually kind of takes advantage of, especially Dyson when the center's on him. He can really attack and not really worry about a shot blocking center when he goes to the rim. But tonight is not one of those nights. Haven't gotten the output from Dyson that you'll probably need offensively. Onyeka either. It has to be either of those two, Onyeka or Dyson. Both of those guys can't have a cold game. One or the other has to be on for Atlanta to kind of for their system to work. So we'll see if still some time. 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Pritchard did go off, bro. Bro, he started 6 for 6 from three. He could not miss. He was pulling like damn near 28, 29, 30 footers, bro. He could not miss. I was so relieved the first 3 point miss he had. So Jalen operates off a Dyson screen. Nikhil's three no good. That's how you know it might not be the. Oh, Jalen thought Onyeka was right behind him. Offensive fouls. Cater just is barreling over Jalen. It's a turnover Atlanta needs. Atlanta got to string together some turnovers. So, not out of the realm of possibility, man. It's an 11-point game. Atlanta just has to go out and run of their own. Yeah, we can bounce back against the Kings. Nikhil gets it to Dyson. Dyson gets it to Jalen. Jalen gets the three to go. It's 89-97. It's an 8 point game. See if Jalen's three ball can save Atlanta. Yeah, we got the Kings next, so at least Atlanta can probably rebound against the Kings. Tatum's trying to go ISO against Okongwu. Okongwu playing good defense against Tatum. Tatum just magnet ball. So 100-89, back to a 11-point game. Jalen shakes Shireman out of his shoes. He hits that triple. He gets it to go. It's 92-100. It's back to an 8 point game. 27 for Jalen. Let's walk him down, Jalen. Walk him down, Johnson. I am definitely pro expansion. I definitely want the NBA to expand. Definitely with it. From the Northwest, so definitely enjoyed Seattle basketball. Didn't really see too much of it. As Gabe almost gets a steal from Shireman. Let's go. Turnover. That foul was offensive. Let's go. It's an 8 point game. It's like somebody's nervous. So 8 point game. Like I said, Hawks still in it. 5.5 minutes. So like Fat Laces says, Atlanta's next game is against the Kings, and then they have Boston. Um, See if they. Nah, for real, man. It's been trouble. Gabe ever since his Heat days been trouble for the Celtics. So hopefully he can make an impact. I think the keys for Atlanta right now are just make sure if the Boston puts a shot up, find a man and box out and get that board if they miss. The way Boston been shooting, might not miss a whole lot more. But when they do, you got to get that rebound and make sure you score on the other end because that's the only way you're gonna make chip away at this lead. Atlanta can't get it with one possession, so they're gonna have to chip away. It is gonna have to be a consistent string of possessions. So hopefully things can go the Hawks' way. CJ checks in for Atlanta. CJ's been giving the Hawks some magic here lately. So Gabe hits the bench. Celtics give it to Kata. Kata sends some screens for JT. His own Yeka tries to guard JT at that midi. Does just that, like I said. Make Boston miss and then collect the board. Now let's see you operate on offense on the other end as Jalen Johnson puts the three up, can't get it to go. Onyeka fighting for it. He does just that. 3J McCollum. It's 95 to 100. Just got to get a stop here. Possession by possession. Payne Pritchard trying to operate. Atlanta doing a good job cutting off the Celtics options. Onyeka kind of gets beat by Kada, but Kada gets the foul call. So Onyeka kind of grabbing his hand. Hopefully he's all right. That's the, that's the only it's the only center Atlanta has. As Onyeka, I believe, has 5 fouls now. Could be his fourth foul as Kada hits that free throw. Nope, this is his fourth foul, so Onyeka's got to be careful. 4 fouls, Kada going to the line. 95, 101. Atlanta just has to operate calm, cool, and collected. As Kada misses that free throw, McCollum jumps in, gets that board. McCollum has 20, gets it over the timeline. Him and Jalen looking for something. Onyeka finds Jalen. Jalen operating now against Tatum. Jalen drives. Gets it to Dyson. Dyson gets it to Nikhil. Nikhil didn't leave his feet. Oh, no call is crazy. I think Mogay is big enough to play 5, but I just don't think he's quite strong enough to contend for big minutes at the 5 quite yet. So Derek White now matched up against Onyeka. Payne Pritchard gets the midi over McCollum. Atlanta collects the miss. Jalen now operates. Foul. 95 101. 9-4 run for Atlanta. It's a game of runs. Atlanta's got to keep this run going. It's 95 101. Get easy chances to score and keep Boston from scoring. I know keep Boston from scoring is a lot easier said than done, but Atlanta has shown that they can do it, and when Boston isn't hitting, they need to collect that board. Fight for your life when that board is available. So Jalen has 28. It's 96 101. Jalen's going back to the line for the second free throw. Can cut this to a 4-point game. Knocks it down. It's 97 101. Atlanta has to take it possession by possession. Get a stop here. Make sure Boston just doesn't get a good look. You'll live with a tough shot if they make it. Dyson doing what he does best. CJ McCollum, no good on that one. Dyson jumps up, but Kata's there to get that board. CJ, heat check there. Probably not the time for a heat check, though. 3.5 minutes. Kind of needed that bucket off of Dyson steal. Unless CJ can get a steal. He does a good job swiping down. Payne Pritchard just gets the board. Hawks are, I think, all right against the West. Probably not as favorable. Jason Tatum gets a foul call. Lakers honestly are all right. Like themselves, Lakers are all right. As Jason Tatum knocks that first free throw down. Lakers are all right. It's their fans I cannot stand. Laker fans think the NBA revolves around them, and I cannot stand the Laker fans. Laker stands more so. Laker stands are just unbearable. Celtics stands were pretty unbearable, but I think they've been surpassed by Laker stands for sure, and Knicks stands. I think Boston fans have kind of calmed down, and they've had a championship to kind of relax them. Jalen operating against Peyton Pritchard picks up his dribble. Unfortunately, Nikhil has to attack now. He gets it to go high off the glass. So thought we had a timeout there, but 2.5 minutes. Got to get a stop. Just got to get a stop. Celtics got that switch that they want. Yeka does a good job at swatting that pass to Cato away. That's not a jump ball. 5 seconds to shoot. The refs got a. It's 8-on-5 right now. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me? Nigga, it is 8-on-5 right now. This some bullshit. This some bullshit. This some bullshit. This some bullshit. This is some bullshit. That's 2 fouls in a row. Nah, bruh. He literally threw the dribble ahead. Whatever, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. So Nikhil gets called for a loose ball foul, almost 20 feet behind the play, and then Jason Tatum gets uh, a bailout of a call. Come on, Dice. CJ got a decent look, but Boston comes away with it. So that is literally almost a 4 point swing for Boston. That's disgusting work. I mean, when you playing 8-on-5, it's tough to get a dub. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Brian Oliver highlights it. That's 3 bad calls in the last 2 minutes. Oh, Quinn Snyder called that man every name in the book. That's 3 bad calls in less than 2 minutes. That's nasty work. So it's 101, 107. We'll see if the basketball guys fall in Atlanta's favor. Payne Pritchard at the line. It's a 7 point game. So, Fat Laces, you asked how Atlanta's doing. They're currently 18 wins against the West. So if they beat Sacramento, they can get 19. I mean, you can't leave it up to the officials, but at the end of the day, three calls go into Boston's favor in the last 2 minutes. You get three free throws for Jason Tatum. You get actually five free throws for Jason Tatum. You take those away. Okay, literally. Atlanta gets the possession. They call a loose ball foul, 15, 20 feet away from the basket. It's when it was a 4 point game. Brings the ball back to Boston. Jalen or Jason Tatum drives, gets a bailout of a call, gets two free throws. Atlanta can't score, and then Boston gets bailed out again with Jason Tatum's 3 point shot. So that 5 point swing literally is because of the refs. It's nasty work. Nasty work. So it's literally a 3 point game without Jason Tatum's 5 points from the refs. So Atlanta playing 8 on 5 right now. Nasty work, bro. That's nasty work to dictate the game in the last 2 minutes. You should never ever impact the game in the last two ever at all really, but just in the last 2 minutes is just disgusting. Akil's three, no good. Dyson's there to tip in, that's no good. Jalen's three, he gets it up, can't get that to go. Onyeka's there, collects that. McCollum sidestep three, that's a almost was good. So 21 seconds. It is an 8 point game with 20 seconds. So shout out shout out to Atlanta's effort. Tony Brothers is a joke. That's just disgusting that they kind of. That's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting, bro. The how do you affect the game? Like as an official, you should never impact the game. Literally, like that loose ball foul that was caught on the kill really started it. Like it really killed Atlanta's run. Like that's disgusting work. Like 20 feet away from the action, like, and then you get a 5 point swing because you give Jason Tatum the whistle. That's nasty work, bro. Fuck Tony Brothers. Uh, Tony Brothers need to retire. He been need to retire. Whoever that other Poindexter looking motherfucker over there is, I'm not gonna call this lady out her name, but she needs to find a new crew. But a 7 point game is looking like Celtics are gonna take this one. But that's disgusting, bro. That's disgusting. Fucking refs. Man, the refs impacting that game is just nasty work, dog. Like you gotta let them play. Like it's nasty. You kill Atlanta's possession. Like that's nasty work, bro. That's nasty work. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's disgusting. Disgusting work. Nasty, bro. Nasty. It's 102, 109. That's crazy. So the upcoming schedule for Atlanta is scattered, kind of easy, hard. Got the Kings on Saturday. Then on Monday we face off for a rematch against the Celtics at the crib. And then Wednesday we are in Orlando, and then got the Brooklyn Nets, and then the New York Knicks. So kind of a tough schedule, sprinkled in with some easy ones along the way. I don't even want to break this game down, bro. There's some whole shit. There's really just some whole shit. Tony Brothers and company really impacted the game. That's really what happened. So, oh well. Atlanta's going to fall to Boston and have a chance to rebound against the Kings on Saturday. So, we are back tomorrow. So, with some late game heroics by Tony Brothers and company, Atlanta is going to fall to Boston 102 109. 12.9 left. It's really a joke, man. Yep, tomorrow, Hawks are playing the Kings. Let's see. So yeah, Hawks playing the Kings tomorrow, I believe, at the crib. So they'll play Sacramento. They got to travel, so it'll be an easy chance to turn around. Hey, I appreciate it, Dave. We'll be back tomorrow though. This game was a bogus result. So Atlanta falls to Boston. Good game, but yeah, fuck Tony Brothers and their crew. So back at it 7:30 tomorrow. We are back. Yeah, Tony Brothers and that crew really impacted the game, which is a tragedy. It should never go like that. But good game. Shout out to the Hawks. Fuck Tony Brothers and company. Shout out to everybody that came through the open gym and watched. If you enjoyed your time, don't forget to like, follow, or subscribe. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Dave, Fat Laces, I appreciate you. Um, Davi, I appreciate you. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We'll be live, or 7:30. We'll be live tomorrow at 7:30 as the Hawks are back at the crib to rebound, get back in that win column. It's kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit, but I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a good start to the weekend here. But yeah, man, tomorrow 7:30 against the Kings. We'll be back. Everybody have a good night. I'll see y'all. Excuse me. I'll see y'all later.